As far as I can tell, the heart of the issue is as follows. Firstly, there is a size disparity between the hitboxes for Bulletstorm's spell indicator and spell particles. The in-game expression of this bug is that it is possible to see the spell effects of Bulletstorm whilst the spell itself is not in vision. Observe the following clip. We can confirm that this hitbox size disparity exists by marking the enemy hero's vision radius and comparing it with Bulletstorm's spell indicator. As you can see, the hitbox does not extend to Gazlow's vision radius, so the purple spell indicator is not visible from his perspective. However, one component of the spell's effects remains visible despite this, implying that the bounding box for the spell's effects is larger than the spell itself. This property seems to be the culprit for many of the unintuitive interactions discovered through testing. The following clips illustrate some of the ways in which this artifact of rendering behavior may be presented within the context of a game. It should be clear by now that this behavior is not intended. The Bulletstorm spell's particles are constructed from three distinct aesthetic layers: the ground-based explosions, the bullets, and the ricochet particles at the extremity of the spell. The bug in question seems to operate upon the explosion effects only, with the bullets and their ricochet effects only visible to a unit if they are directly within vision radius of the boss. Furthermore, it should be stated that the visibility of the entire explosion layer is inconsistent with the precedent set by similar spells in the game. The closest comparison to the Archangel's Bulletstorm may be found in Jaina's Blizzard, another area denial spell in which a ground-based indicator is rendered, then an array of instantiated sprites is spawned, both for aesthetic quality and to indicate when, temporally, the spell is dealing damage. Note that the entirety of the spell indicator is correctly visible if only a portion of it lies within vision range. However, the spell's effects, in this case the descending ice shards, are limited to the domain of enemy vision, and are not revealed in the fog of war despite the spell indicator's visible status. The Archangel's Bulletstorm should reflect this property, in that each individual explosion sprite should determine whether or not it lies within vision radius. If a hero is in range to see the spell indicator, the additional explosion effects beyond vision are redundant and should not be rendered. The result of implementing this behavior would serve to mitigate the prominence of explosion effects being rendered independent of their proximity to vision. In addition to the aforementioned properties, the Braxis boss is also prone to revealing itself to enemy units beyond vision range throughout the cast duration of Bulletstorm. The following clips illustrate this.
Select a talent.
To summarize, the boss's Bulletstorm is bugged in that it A. bears a size discrepancy between the spell hitbox and effects hitbox, B. is rendering all explosion particle sprites in one body instead of independent validation, and C. is prone to revealing the boss itself and its health bar under certain circumstances.